I hate you. How dare you interrupt my sleep again? Once again, you ruined my day. Seriously, who invented this thing? It decides when I wake up, when I panic, and when I sprint for the train. However, as much as I hate it, I need this alarm clock of mine. So growing up, my mom and her sleeper were my first alarm clocks. Every morning, she'd open up the curtains and yell, "Get up! The sun is already working harder than you." Ouch! She'd wake me up every day for school. Those were annoying wake-up calls, but at least they came with love. Even her sleeper has more love than my present alarm clock. Those were my childhood wake-up calls. The rings from my present alarm clock has no love. It's unbearable. However, I started to realize something. Maybe my alarm clock isn't pure evil. Maybe it's like life, loud, annoying, impossible to ignore, but always pushes me forward. So let me tell you about my real life wake-up call. Before coming to Japan, I was an introvert. I barely spoke to anyone besides my family. In my early days at the YMCA, I had no part-time job. Not because I was lazy, but because I was too shy to ask anyone about how to get a job. And I'd walk past teachers thinking, I'm gonna ask today. And I'd get close, panic, and suddenly I'm very interested in the floor. There were questions in my head, but they remained there like unread messages I was too scared to open. I was afraid of looking inexperienced, so I stayed silent. But silence never opened any doors. Then I realized something. If I remain quiet, if I remain silent, nothing will ever change. No job, no experience, no change. It's just me and the floor tiles I kept looking at. So I had to reflect. I had to change. And then the hang from my childhood began to change. I started talking with people, sharing ideas, asking questions, and making effort to connect with people. And I started to change. And what did I do about my job? I mustered up my courage, went to a convenience store, and asked, "Are you hiring?" The lady said, "Yes." And she wanted to check my Japanese, so we talked for a moment. And she just said, "You can start from tomorrow." I was shocked. That's it? It wasn't that hard. That moment, I realized something. The most important wake-up calls doesn't come from an alarm clock. It comes from the inside. A voice from inside says, "Wake up, you can do better today." So no, I'll probably never win this battle with my alarm clock. It will scream at me every morning, it will mock me every morning, and I will continue to hit the snooze button. But every time I wake up, even if I'm half asleep and angry, I fight a little laziness, a little fear, a little weakness, and I get stronger. So finally, to my alarm clock, I hate you, I need you, and I love you. Thank you.